My accountant went missing. What do I do? Tax myths and urban legends. So in this episode of Tax Myths and Urban Legends, I read an article recently about what happens when a CPA or an enrolled agent would die. And IRS has special rules and regulations that should be followed in this case. It's called Circular 230. This may not interest you as one of my listeners, but I can't tell you how many times over the years where a business owner says, I cannot reach my accountant. It's been a length of time. I've been calling and calling. No one answers. I've sent emails. No one replies. The urban legend, by the way, here is that if your accountant dies or closes up, you just don't have to worry about it. Every tax filing you've ever done, if you look at the signature line, right above the signature line, it says, under penalties of perjury, I believe that this tax filing is truthful and accurate, and so on and so forth. What I am passing on to you is, I don't care who you are, whether you're a movie star, I don't care if you're an uber successful business person, I don't care if you're a regular, ordinary guy. At the end of the day, all of us as Americans have an obligation to prepare and file our tax returns. If your accountant dies, it still rests on you. If your accountant has your records and you can't reach them and there's just no communication, nothing's happening, I would do some things like this. I would go into irs.gov and I would order a copy of my transcript. You will get a listing of all income and all deductions, like mortgage deductions and things like that, that were reported to IRS as required by law. Second thing I would do is I would contact any employer that you had or anyone that may have withheld taxes, and I would just tell them the situation. Like, I gave my original W-2 to my accountant and they've up and disappeared. Could I please get a duplicate copy of it? You want to do that as soon as possible because employers can come and go, they can archive records. They do have an obligation to be able to provide that to you for a length of time, but let's say you're past that length of time. The reason you would want the original W-2 or the document that shows the taxes that are withheld is the IRS transcript is probably not going to show that, particularly your state's taxes. So you really truly need a copy of your W-2. Some of you may have some questions and comments. Go ahead and post those. I'd love to be able to give you my thoughts on some of the things that might be on your mind. What do I do when my accountant just up and disappears or dies? What I also am thinking in the back of my mind, what happens with your taxes when you die? What if you didn't get to filing your most recent taxes, or what if you're a couple years behind? Smash that like button, share. If you're not a follower, please. I'd love to add more people to my followers, as many as possible. Really appreciate you watching today.